Hi guys.
Well, good afternoon. Happy Friday. Hope everybody is doing great out there. Sprite, how are you?
I'm good, David. I'm very good.
Miss Sprite is getting ready to go on a trip, aren't you?
I am. Yes, sir.
You want to tell everybody what you're doing?
I am going to Long Beach to the Impressions Expo with Condé Systems. I'm very excited.
All right, let's do an audio check. Make sure everything is working here.
I don't even...
Make sure we are indeed live.
Well, we're up on YouTube.
So for folks in Southern California, we hope we will get to see you in person at the what's now called the Impressions Expo. There in Long Beach. It is next week. It is, I think, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. So Sunday is a little weird to have a show. And so please come by. Let me ask you a question, Sprite. Other than getting to see you, what are some of the benefits for folks that are able to attend the show? Just having a little reflection here.
Yeah. There's all kinds of benefits. There's, you know, we have new products.
Stack metal, guys. This is what this is. So really cool.
Yeah, we were going through all of our samples and
yeah.
For the, so there's a little bit of a delay, but no big deal. Let me make sure we are actually on Facebook. I don't see us on Facebook, which is. Okay, so
is it there or not?
I don't see us, but if you guys can let me know if we are on Facebook, if you see us on Facebook, if I just mess something up, I don't see it. So
if not, we'll push it to Facebook the other way.
All right. So I think we're just going to have to go live regularly. Hi, everybody. All right. No, I don't see us. I actually don't see us live.
Go there and make sure you're broadcasting on our page. That's always a little bit of an issue there.
So
we'll just go to the edit and just see what it says. What's at the bottom? Page you manage.
There you go. All right. So is it going to do it?
I don't know. You may want to stop it and start it, you know, just for fun.
So they're watching us on your regular timeline.
God knows what they're, but that's really funny.
All right.
So hopefully,
okay, I think we're up now.
Hopefully it's up. So we were just getting started. We thank you for being with us. We welcome your feedback, questions. Good afternoon to everybody. So anyway, next week for folks in Southern California is the Impressions Expo. We'd love for you to be with us. One of the benefits coming by is that if you pick up a show flyer, on the back of that flyer is a nice coupon. So come by the booth and pick up some Conde cash. And one of the great things about being there is, of course, all the products you can see. Sprite and I will try to do a live session from the show on one day. We'll hopefully give you a little heads up. But at any rate, we prepared for the show and shipped it off a couple of days ago, and we just had so many samples. It's like being here is like a candy store because we just have hundreds and hundreds of samples. So right before this, just gathered a few. You know, our little coat hanger and stacked metal and.
Got some stacked metal. I've got some little pieces of metal with some of
Oh,
the places we've been.
so
and
cool.
Got a little picture frame, and then not to mention the stuff we're going to do today. So very excited.
Appreciate all the shout outs, and let us, of course, know your questions. We'll do our best to answer it. And plus, as always, Sprite has a couple of things to show us, and I think you've got spring on your mind.
I do. It warmed up today here in Mobile, so in Alabama. It's pretty warm. It's about 70 and humid. So we're going to do spring. And also we're announcing our new quarterly gallery contest, which is your best spring themed items. So I'm going to give you guys a couple of ideas, and also I'm going to give away some art packs, and so I'm going to give away some really cute not quarterly, I'm going to give away some really cute spring-themed artwork, as you can see here. So 2 people are already going to get this artwork. If you guys share my video, comment, and watch till the end, and if I can have some more viewers, I will give away 2 additional art packs. So that's 2 more, or 1 more winner on Facebook and 1 more winner on YouTube. So
yeah, for people that don't know about all this stuff we do, because we don't always explain, what we do is this is the artwork that we post to CondeDesign.com, and it's where you can purchase it. It is a separate entity from the normal Conde shopping cart. You would need a different account. We have not integrated the 2, so they are separate to this day. We are considering switching Conde Design to a subscription model because there is so much art in there. And Zach Smith has contributed. He is in Ecuador right this second. After Christmas, went there, and so hopefully be back to get back to work.
yeah, I think he got back today, actually.
Oh, he did?
So
Okay.
he's not here, but he's in the United States. So I'm excited for him to come back next week, and we can talk about his trip before I go, and it'll be exciting. It'll be very exciting.
So other kind of things coming up. Sublimation Summit is going to be open for registration soon. So I think you can go to sublimationsummit.com. Sprite and I will both teach at the summit. We're working on expanding our classes, things like that. Sprite, you'll be teaching where next?
Irving, California.
Okay, Irving is coming up.
Irving, Texas.
Irving, Texas. So the show after this Impressions Expo will be Santa Clara NBM show, which is going to be amazing. So I'm very much looking forward to going to that. And as a personal note, I have put in a request to take a tour of down the street and at the Tesla Fremont factory. I have always wanted to see it, so I'm going to take advantage of being in the neighborhood. Hopefully I'll be able to get in and take a tour. We've been really busy with sublimation projects. I'm planning all my Mardi Gras stuff. Mardi Gras is coming up fast here, and we'll have to show you some of the Mardi Gras projects we have worked on. Didn't you have one around here? Did we bring that in?
I didn't bring it in. That's the only thing I left on the table.
We had a stadium cushion around one that we did with a Mardi Gras theme, and so lots of cool stuff. Well, Sprite, take us in.
Okay. I have a weird noise. I don't know where that's coming from.
That is my laptop's fan.
Oh, okay. All right. Well, it's not that weird. Okay, so, yes. So today we're going to be doing spring.
And Happy New Year to everybody, right?
Happy New Year. Well, this is our second
This is
show
our
of the
second
year.
one. That's
But
right.
if you missed us last week, Happy New Year. Happy New Year. Hope it's going great. 10 days in. So we have announced our new quarterly gallery contest, and it's spring themed. So like I said, we're going to give you some artwork. If we can get some, I'm already going to give 2 people, one on Facebook, one on YouTube, some artwork from CondeDesign.com. If you guys share it, get my viewership up, comment, watch till the end, I'll give 2 more away. And also you're going to get a chance to win a blank of everything that I sub today if you can do that magic thing that I ask you to do at the end of the broadcast. And I didn't bring 8 things today. I think I only have like 5, so we should be under an hour today. So Okay. You want to clean that stuff off, and we'll start. We'll start. All right. My first thing is, I love this artwork. This is called Flower Keys, and I've got. First thing I'm going to do is set it underneath my heat press, let it dry, because that's a lot of ink on that page. And I've got one of my favorite things we sell, which is a waffle towel. And I haven't done too many of these, but I absolutely love them. I haven't done too many on air. I do a lot of them off air, but we have so many products that it's hard to reel them all in. So first thing I did was dry my transfer. Second thing I'm going to do is lint roll and pre-press. So
now these are double-sided products as well, so you can decorate both sides, and they do real well. You know, we often reiterate the basics for people, like dry the transfer now is really a standard procedure that we recommend everybody do, even if you let your transfer stay out overnight, because the very act of letting your transfer stay out overnight, depending on your humidity level, is, guess what, it can absorb moisture. So moisture is the evil enemy of sublimation. So when that moisture heats up, guess what it does? Turns into steam. So just want to protect against that. Also for soft substrates, we do recommend using an adhesive lint roller, because often there can be debris on the product, and sometimes when that debris heats up, it turns a color like blue, but sometimes it can just interfere with sublimation. So those are just, you know, sort of the basics of what we want to do every time. As you may see here, Sprite is using a George Knight DK20S at the Long Beach show. That's one of the very few shows that the folks at George Knight turn out for. So if you're there, please go by and you get to say hello to Aaron. He's a really cool guy, sort of a Renaissance guy, just does a lot of exciting things in his life other than make heat presses. He believes he's a race car driver, believes he's a pilot, got him a little small plane, so just sort of cool.
Oh.
So we're going to hopefully have dinner with the George Knight crew, I think Saturday night.
I think so, yes, sir.
And also Universal Woods, the great folks at Unisub Chromolux will be there as well at the show.
A lot of them will be there. So
yeah, I think they're taking more people than I think the show has, you know.
So I'm going to, because I'm doing a soft substrate, I like to use my Pro Spray. I don't like the tape, because the tape, you know, it's not really going to hold it in place very well. So I just kind of cleared my cap with a quick spray in the garbage can. I'm just going to hold this over a garbage can so it doesn't get all over my floor, and I'm going to spray it pretty far away and just kind of mist it quickly. I have a great video on CondeTV.com about keeping your nozzle clean, just soaking it in acetone. So if you want to check that out.
So if you do a lot of Pro Spray stuff, one of the great tips would be to get you a big box and have you a spray booth, if you will, where you put your product in, spray it. That way you're not getting the spray on things. If you do get it on things, you can usually just wipe it away with alcohol, denatured alcohol. I had a friend of mine from California that called me and said that California has banned denatured alcohol. So I guess I need to find a substitute, because we do use alcohol when we clean the feed belt on the Ricoh-based printers.
Okay, so I don't know if we have, I'm pretty sure that we have a full bleed template online for this one, but I just measured it because it is a fabric product. The sizes may vary, so I just measured it with my ruler, and I'm printing this. I printed this on my SG800 on 13 by 21 paper. So I think my image is like maybe 12.5 by 18.5, so it'll fit on a 13 by 19. So that's my SG800 with a bypass tray. So I'm just going to take it, flip it over. I'm going to press it image face down. And this product is SND315. So this is the 11 by 18 waffle towel. So it's going to fit nicely on your DK20S. So I have a piece of protective paper on the bottom, my product, my transfer piece of protective paper on the top. I'm pressing this at 380 degrees for 1.5 minutes on a nice medium to heavy pressure. No, I'm sorry, light to medium pressure. That's what I meant.
Yeah, you know, if you watch her, she can close the press pretty much with one hand, and that's sort of light, and we want just a little bit more than light.
Yeah.
Of course, it is important that your press closes evenly. We have some videos to help you understand that, but ultimately, we're looking for even, consistent pressure. With the press, having a swing away certainly is a great thing to have it, but if you do have a clamshell, shouldn't have any trouble making what you have work. Remember, when you're doing substrates for the very first time, remember that black is that last color to sublimate, so that's the color that lets you know you're dialed in, and RGB 000. When we design things to get the best color spectrum, very much want to design in RGB, not in CMYK. CMYK has a reduced color spectrum, plus the driver architecture for the Mac and PC really is an RGB architecture, so that's what you want to design in.
Okay, and Nancy, the part number is SND315. And hi, Mom, I love you. It's been a while since I've seen you watching.
But these are inexpensive products, and you put a nice image on it. Wow, it's worth a lot of money. No doubt about it.
And so, Nancy, not all of them show grommets. I think the SND315A has like grommet position A, and then B, C, and D. So it just, the SND315 is the actual towel.
Yeah, we do have a grommet station here at Conde where we will grommet the product for you if that's what you want. Obviously, if you're bringing it into a kitchen, probably not a good reason to put a grommet. Wow. Nice.
Yeah, yeah, doesn't that look good?
Very nice. These towels are remarkably good at water absorbing.
They do. They absorb water really, really well. Really well. I had a couple of the guys from the warehouse that were taking yoga with me, and they brought these towels, and they absolutely loved them.
Cool. So they're using them in your class.
Yeah, I sweat towels. So
okay.
See how cute this is. This turned out really great for like a kitchen or you know, a bathroom even. That look good. So this is your first design that's up for grabs. This is called Flower Keys, available at condedesign.com, or you can win it.
So a subtle design, you know, it feels elegant.
It does. Yeah, this is something, I mean, you could give this as a wedding gift. This is really nice. This is a really nice towel. So, really nice.
Good deal. Right. And we have these waffle towels, I believe, what, in 2 sizes?
Yeah, we have the 11 by 18, and then I want to say it's a 16 by 25 is the other one.
That big?
I think so. Yeah,
and you don't have to do a full bleed on it. You could do a simple monogram, or could be, I guess, could be a baby theme, wedding theme.
So I've actually, honestly, this is the first time that I've ever done a full bleed on one of these, other than, you know, initially. And I really like the way it turned out. That looks really, really good. And it was really easy to do, as you guys saw. So.
Yeah, they are. You know, many substrates, you know, they certainly lend themselves to full bleed, but there's some really nice, attractive, it could be funny artwork. You name it. I did a sign for our bathroom, and it says, "Don't be gross, wash your hands." You know, obviously a play on my last name. Really funny, you know. So you could think of all these great sayings. You know, just really, just unlimited.
And I had someone ask about. Somebody asked about their DK20S. I have an older DK20S with the old base without the holes. Can I still use the rolling base and just drill matching holes?
I don't know the answer to that question, but if you email us, you can email support@conde.com. I will ask Aaron to comment on it. The advantage, the DK20S is one of these presses that's been around a long time, and the folks at George Knight, being a 130-year-old company, have continued to upgrade it at the same time keeping the same model number. And the current model has a removable base, and so you could put a different size platen on the bottom, and there are actually some platens that are really cool that I didn't even know existed. Like there's a platen for people that want to decorate the inside bill of a hat, and we need to try and see if we can sublimate to the inside bill of the hat just to see. But at any rate, you can also buy bottom heat for these presses. Having bottom heat is really exciting when you're doing a lot of double-sided products like huggers or poker chips, things like that. But I don't know what your options are as far as if you've got the older version. But if you email us, I will certainly get Aaron to answer.
Justin, yes, definitely. So next up, I have a linen garden flag. This is our small linen garden flag. I love this one. This is JDW 766. Our linen line is fantastic. It's double-sided. I thought I had a strip of Teflon laying around here, but I don't. So I've got a Teflon sheet, and I'm just going to cut a strip of it, because in order to do these, you have to thread the loophole so it doesn't close up when you heat press it.
Yeah, all of us, I think now probably most people, for whatever reason, suffer from different degrees of ADD, and I know I have a bad case. If you can just watch me, you'll realize it. But at any rate, reading the instructions is very helpful, because it does tell you to do this. I saw an email come in the other day. They said, what do I do to prevent this? And I know Miss Sprite probably wrote in the instructions to do this. There's probably a lot of things that would prevent this, but this way is really good because it keeps things flat.
I see that, Jason, about the washcloth. That's interesting. He said he did a lot of waffle dish towel washcloth combos, which is amazing. I'll have to look into that. So I've got a strip of Teflon, and I just taped it to a piece of metal, so I'm going to string the metal through. It just kind of makes it a little quicker for me.
Yeah, Jason, send us information, we live for new products. That's for darn sure. And a lot of exciting new stuff always coming out. We'll call it the global sublimation community. I have friends that are my peers, pretty much everywhere. I know some of the folks in sublimation, and it's really cool to see what's selling there, what are their fashion trends, and some things obviously work really well in China, but would not work in here, work in the States.
So Andy came and got a cutter. It's not that exciting. It's not that exciting.
Oh,
that was yeah. Justin asked if Andy could come in, and then they were commenting on it. And it was behind the monitors, so it wasn't a big deal.
Yeah.
Okay, so we're gonna do the linen garden tag.
So same
flag.
rules: dry the transfer, lint roll the linen, the towels, the linen are all double-sided products. You press one side, let it cool, press the other side, and super easy to do. What I would say is, especially when you're getting started, when you're and you're working on new products, keep you we'll call them a sublimation journal, and critique yourself. We are often our worst critiques, and so just note what the results were. Note, anything you thought could have been done better. Could be something with the actual transfer, with the artwork, you name it. I would say it's incredibly helpful to document, you know, your failures, your successes. As you know, I teach about the wall of shame, and so this is how we learn.
So the next pattern that I'm going to do is our, this is called Fans and Flowers, also available on CondeDesign.com. Ooh.
By the way, today when I went home for lunch, Barron did mention to me that he wants to come back.
I know
So
he does.
Barron's my almost 150-pound, half St. Bernard, half Newfoundland. We featured him here when he was a little puppy on the table. So I would say in the near future he may be coming back for a little cameo part.
I don't know about little, and I also don't know how we're going to get him up on the table. We're discussing the logistics. Maybe we'll get a crane in here, get a couple guys from the back to help. I don't know. So, all right, so I dried this. I pre-pressed this. So I upped my temperature on the linen to 400 degrees, and we're going to press this for 60 seconds with medium pressure with the Teflon strip in it. So we're going to do the same thing with the Pro Spray. Do a little squirt.
Now, why did we pre-press the linen? It's very helpful because it's multi-layers, and sort of smoothing things out is very helpful. There are some products like the linen that do shrink slightly, and so, you know, if you're being extremely critical of your linen, you can see, if you don't pre-press it, that is, you can see a little bit of a halo around it where it looks like almost ink is outside the design. And that can be caused by a number of things, like not drying the paper, because that moisture explodes with ink. It carries the ink with us. But in the case of the linen, when that fabric shrinks just a little bit, then you see a little sublimation outside the initial start of the fabric. So again, just paying attention. Another great tip that's remarkably simple and straightforward, but very often people miss, is if you are doing your sublimation in an area that has typical fluorescent lights, those have a greenish cast to them, and if you're trying to do critical observations of color, not going to happen. You need full spectrum. So Lowe's, Home Depot, they actually sell full spectrum light bulbs, and in the room we're in, I install those in here because we have people come in and they look around, and the stuff needs to look good, of course. And so one of the ways you can make sure that you're able to look at stuff right, plus your clients maybe can see it well, is to have those full spectrum bulbs in your facility.
Jason, the item number is JDW766, and I had a question on pressing the linen pencil pouch. She got some bleeding even after she let it cool down. Some of the image transferred to the protective sheet, making one side lighter. What should she have done? Oh, that's cute.
So you asking me?
Oh, I was kind of asking you.
So she's doing double-sided.
Double-sided, the linen pencil pouch. She did one side, she let it cool, she went to do the other side, and when she did, some of the image transferred onto the protective paper, making it lighter on the pouch.
So potentially pressing it way too long, or potentially pressing it too hot, but something in there was enough to heat up the other side again. So something caused it to get very hot on the other side. Now you will always, I say always, you'll most likely get a little bit of image on that bottom sheet when you're doing double-sided products. So a little bit shouldn't bother you, but you shouldn't be able to really see a difference. But I would say, you know, measure your temperature of your press. A great way to do that is invest a couple of dollars in a digital metal candy thermometer. Got a long probe, put it under the press or hold it up against the element to see what your temperature is. When we get to the show, and set up for the show is Thursday, we will, once we turn on all our presses, so we'll have 3 DK20Ss, 1 JP14, we will measure and calibrate every press. And so, you know, going through that process when you get a press, and probably recalibrate it every 6 months or whenever you think you might have an issue, I think is very useful. But it sounds like that that we may have used too much heat, so it could be time, could be temperature, and so pressure, the 4 variable, you know, time, temperature, pressure, techniques, what's on top, what's on bottom, and pressure. The more pressure you have, the better heat conduction you're going to have. Heat is conduction, convection, and radiation are the 3 ways heat is transferred. Conduction is just contact. Convection, of course, is, you know, just surrounding heat like in a convection oven. Radiation is like sunlight hitting something. Physics lesson for Friday.
I think my brain is going to explode. So I've got spring starting tomorrow. How do we as heat press owners calibrate a press?
Yeah, it's pretty easy. So you can do it the low tech way or high tech way. We sell here at Conde what's called a digital pyrometer. It's a multimeter with a probe. That is extremely accurate. The way that I would suggest, because it's so simple, is get you a digital metal candy thermometer. I think I bought mine off eBay for $7. It works great. And if your press is a digital press, like a George Knight press, we have a video that shows you how to go into the programming mode or service mode of the press to change what the display reads. So you find what your observation is, what's the real temperature, then you look at the display and you just see what the difference is. Is it off, say, 10 degrees? And then you go into the programming and you adjust the offset plus or minus by 10 degrees.
All right. So
wow, that turned out really good.
Really cute. So I did both sides of this with this design. This is Hello Spring, and then there's the back side.
How much ink did you get on the bottom sheet?
So that's, and I got that too. So I don't know if you can see it, but there is you can kind of see some of the blacks a little bit. Some of the darker colors did transfer just a smidge. I don't know if, oh yeah, you can see it. There you go. You can see it right there. So it's just a little bit, and
so, but I'm looking at it. I can't detect a difference.
Yeah, and
from one side to the other.
And so what I would do is just kind of, I don't know if you guys can. I don't really see too much of a difference. I'm sure if I really looked, I could notice maybe a small change, but
I think
now that it's cold, now that it's cooled down, I don't see any change at all. Actually,
it just doesn't want to unsublimate much when you put it on heat. For those out there that really want to take something to this next level, I carry around a little color measuring device in my bag when I'm going, and I think it's called a Color Muse, M-U-S-E, and it Bluetooths to your phone, and you put it down and it will tell you the color value that it's seeing. They sell it for doing paint, so you hold it up against your wall and it tells you the paint color to go buy at Benjamin Moore or whatever, at Lowe's or Home Depot, but it will also give you RGB, and for me, I use LAB values. LAB is the color space that's really underneath the hood. That's the real color space that's behind the scenes in Corel and Adobe. But I think it's called a Color Muse. You could look it up, and I'm trying to think if that's the right app. Yeah, M-U-S-E. I think it's, as we would say in the South, it's cool as grits. I mean, it's amazing for giving you color values. I still recommend people use color charts, but it certainly it's a great way. So if you really wanted to know if this side is the same as the other side, you could do it. You could also measure blacks and see how good your blacks are. We use it on a regular basis around here to make a determination. For instance, if I sublimate a little bit longer, do I get a little bit better black?
Yeah, and I did have a question about blacks turning green, and that is
A little bit hard to say what that is.
yeah, because it depends on the ink you're using.
You know, but blacks turning brown, you pressed it too long. You're overcooking it. Blacks turning green could be somewhere on your computer. Could be you're not pressing it long enough. You know, so that one's a little bit more difficult to hunt down where it's happening.
All right, I got my next thing, which is a stadium cushion. I love these for the garden, and so this is the smaller one. I did a bunch of small stuff today. It's gonna smell great.
So we got one that's larger than that?
Yes, sir, we do.
And
We have 3 sizes.
We got a round one.
We do. And I had people asking, the part number for the flag is JDW766. Yeah, so JDW766. This is SC2533. This is our 10 by 13 1/4 seat cushion. So I'm going to dry my transfer. I don't know if I did it. We're going to do the same design. So I'm matching my linen garden flag to my my garden kneeler. All right, I'm going to shrink wrap it. Not shrink wrap it.
Somebody asked about the clamp
lint roll
used to sublimate a mug. And I went back, so the subject, as she's doing another transfer, is if you really just want to sort of do normal kind of transfer area on, say, 11-ounce mug using the SubliShrink, you would have a large, I think they call them bullnose clip, and I apologize that I haven't published that. One of the challenges is, and the darn thing is taller than the mug, so it's like, wow. And I get busy trying to find one that's as deep, so the handle, so it'll go over the handle, and I'm sorry I didn't finish the project. So I will put that up so you can see it. But I really wish. Maybe I know a couple of our listeners are really talented machine working, metal working folks, to come up with one that's, you know, you just put it over the clamp, it's like a 2-piece of metal, maybe spring loaded, that, you know, you put right over the clamp and it just clamps in place to keep the shrink wrap from separating from the handle. I just feel like there's a really great solution out there. I just need to find the right person to help me make that clamp, and then, hey, we can buy it from you.
That'd be great. Julie said she had a hard time getting her image big enough to fit the actual cushion. So was that the template, or I don't know, Julie.
What program do you use to print with, I wonder?
Good news, real quick. We have enough we doubled our viewers from the time I asked. So that means I'm going to give 2 art packs away on YouTube and 2 art packs away on Facebook. So that's 3 designs for the winners. So you have to comment, because I pick from the comments. A template in Photoshop. All right. Which
Everybody, thank you for all the kind words. I mean, there's, you know, just a lot of good feedback, and we really appreciate you being part of our family, and we hope we're a part of yours. Love grits. There we go. Nancy. You know, I don't eat as many grits as I used to, and I think it's I love it.
We
know?
we do. We actually
so
do.
I
We
probably need to, you know, get back on that. So clamp.
And I have a comment that she just, and usually when I do it, I I delete the handle cutout before I ever print it, and that way, you know, I don't have a black space. I know about where the handle is going to be, so I can keep any words or anything away from there. But then when I go to imprint it, I don't have to line it up with the handle.
So a lot of people ask us, oh man, that's nice.
Oh, cute. Yes. So this is a kneeler or a seat cushion.
And can the folks at home, can they smell this?
I don't know. Scratch your TV. Let me know.
So
I bet you can imagine it.
Yes, neoprene does have a smell to it. So if you're going to do these kind of products, you do need to have a press that's sort of not exactly where clients might visit you, well ventilated area, that kind of thing. So templates are, when you place an order, like online, as soon as you place that order, you can go to your order history. The last column is the download link for the templates for the products you bought. The full bleed templates, the ones we've made, and we need to talk Sprite into doing even more, but they're part of the template download for that product. So if you're buying a camp mug, for instance, the full bleed template is in there, right?
Correct. Yes. Oh yeah, I got
Okay.
that one. So
And
let's not play this. I don't want to play
the
this game.
11-ounce mug is in there.
That's also correct.
And
Yep.
so did we finish the
No,
15-ounce?
nope. Sure didn't do it. Sorry.
So anybody out there want a job to help us with some of these templates, we're happy to reward. That's for darn sure. So, but templates are very helpful, especially when you're doing the full bleed kind of stuff. You keep talking, let me go see.
All right. Okay. There you go. Just crawl right under the table. All right. So,
Okay.
okay. So I've got a really cute. This is my last design, and this is a blueberry design. This is what it's called. It's called blueberries, and I'm going to do this. Where'd it go? Here it is. Garden steak. I love these.
Okay.
I'm going to get some from my garden this year. So this is
Yeah, I do on them all.
4768. U4768. This is the
Yeah,
small
it's
oval garden steak, and because this is
Because
made
they
from the
just
great people
call
at
themselves.
Universal Woods, Unisub, this has an exterior coating
Gotcha.
on it, so it's good for outdoors in the sun. Beautiful. All right, so what I've done is I did one template
I'm gonna
and then
go
I
just to
duplicated it
sales.
and did another one
Did
because I'm going
you
to put a
recall the
logo on the back of my piece of metal, and I'm going to press it all at one time. So I'm going to fold it over like a sandwich. I've got some questions that I
Well, they
can't
were-
see.
I just
Sprite
want
or
to
David, do you
verify I could get to you.
recommend an
Okay.
essential
Thanks.
oil
Bye-bye.
brand?
So let me send a note
I don't.
that
I don't, but that's just because I don't
we're getting.
I don't really
I
use
just
them.
got
I just don't. It's a little too much for me. You know, it's really a personal
okay,
preference.
send them now.
And when you download a template, is it sized
No
to
need
what
to
we
delete
need to
messages.
print?
Texting is the way you
Yes,
get
the
directly to them.
template is. Now
Um,
you may need to change your well, you may need to change your settings, your print settings. Excuse me.
So,
All right, so I'm back. Okay, so I've got two templates back to back. I'm just going to take them, make a little sandwich. And thank you. I told David to turn his mic off. I should have told him before he walked out of the door, but great. So I'm
back. Sorry about that. And I'm also the phone person around here. And
Did you get them working?
we are in the mode of upgrading our phone system to a bunch of new exciting features, and we're cutting those features in now. And everybody knows what happens when you try to do upgrades while you're open. And so we're one of the features working on. So when you call in, the phone system sees who you are, looks you up in our database, and we'll get you right to your Conde rep without you having to do much work. So I'm real excited about these new features and a bunch of other things, and working on a bunch of enhancements for the shopping cart right now. And one of the features we loved was we added the feature where you can instantly download the template. So as soon as you place that order, look in your order history, and that last column allow you to download the template. And so a lot of this feedback has really come from folks like you telling us, hey, this would be very helpful if you could do this. And the list, of course, is very long. You know, so by the way, that was Tim Lynn. He's sort of our operations guy around here, and he's the guy that keeps things working around here. A great guy. So he knows that I want to know about these things when they affect our clients.
I have my friend is watching from New Orleans.
Oh, wow.
Super excited about
Cool.
that. So I hope you didn't say you didn't curse or anything while you were off
You
camera.
know, the good news is that that was a habit that I never got into.
Because that would be my problem.
I'm not a person that does that. In fact, I would say I'm one of these kind of people that I would, you know, be a tad bit offended, so to speak, when that's happened. So, but hey, I'm an adult. I know the real world, that's part of some people's culture. But thank goodness that my parents.
Oh, my mom's watching. So.
My parents, which are both deceased, they very much gave me sort of my marching orders. So.
Well, you know, my mom's from Oregon, so we'll just blame it on that. We'll blame it on the weirdness. All right.
But you know, one time I remember I was at a class, and the speaker had to leave the room to go to the restroom, and he left his mic on.
Oh, that's not cool.
So it was
that's
very
not cool.
entertaining. I think the most entertaining moment was when he came back in the room, and there were number.
I had the hardest time trying to figure out.
So you did both sides.
I did both sides at one time,
Cool.
but you see what I did? Wall of shame.
Ah.
Wall of shame. We'll see if I can get it on the second one. Okay.
So yeah, when you do that, you got to flip it 180.
Yeah, so that's really cute, right? So like blueberries, and then if you can imagine that flipped around, it'd be really cute. So we press that all at one time, so always remember to brand your metal with your logo. People are going to want to buy this, and how are they going to know how to buy it if you don't put your order information on there? So there we go for that, and we'll see if I did it correctly on this one, but I probably didn't. I've been a little backwards today. Okay, so my last product is U4794. Pam, I'm a little nervous now that you're watching me. This is why I don't tell people that
Who's watching?
my friend in New
Okay.
Orleans is watching me, and I'm a little nervous.
Cool.
Yeah, but you know. All right, so it comes with a mirror. Yeah, it came with the mirror, Jeff. You're funny. All right, so my last one is my external sign. I absolutely love this for anything. I mean, it comes with the prefabricated holes. It's a 16
So this is
by
this
8.
under the Unisub outdoor metal?
No,
or
this
Chromolux?
is a EXT piece. So this is
Okay.
a Chromolux piece.
So you can, the yellow pill coat is sort of your guide to understanding that it's the outdoor version of the metal.
Sometimes. They do like to change it up on us. So I can't say that.
Yeah, if they run out of the clear, they'll put the yellow. But I would say the rule of thumb is that's the outdoor. So if you bought it, hopefully it does have yellow peel coat on there.
All right, so I'm doing the same thing that I did to that one, but because I'm doing a larger piece of metal, I had to turn my image 180 degrees, and I don't think I flipped it, so I don't know. We'll see. So I've got Pro Spray
Hey, Finch, come up here.
Is that who that is?
Yeah.
Hi, darling. Pumpkin.
So you could have used heat tape on this,
Yeah.
and that would have been a great solution. Hey, Finch, how you doing
Hey.
there, Chief?
Doing well?
So Finch
Young
will
David.
be attending and running the Conde kiosk there in Long Beach, and he does a great job. So if you happen to be in the neighborhood, stop by and say hello to Finch. And Finch, what are some of the products that you're going to be sampling at the kiosk?
Well, we're going to be doing live demonstrations with the 5x7 acrylic. We're actually going to be curving it at the show, so that'll be really cool. Got to come check that out. We're going to be doing some 5x7 beveled glass, one of my favorite products. If you're lucky, we'll be doing some socks as well. It's first come, first serve, the socks. So definitely come by early.
So it's the smaller
socks.
socks.
Our
It's
ankle
really
sock.
cool.
Yep,
They turn out so good.
really.
And
Yeah.
standard back tags, coasters, you know, and if you're been doing sublimation for a while, it is a hoot to come by and see the people that have never seen sublimation before and the look on their faces when you're making these products right in front of them. They're looking for the mirrors. They're looking for okay, how's this done? I don't understand. So it is certainly a lot of fun. I think you've gotten taller there.
Oh, your
It's
mom.
my special shoes.
Yeah.
Your mom's talking to you. Hey, Monica.
Hey, Mom.
My mom's
Yeah.
talking to me too, so that's fun.
So the kiosk is something that we sell for $200. It is a way for you to set up at an event, or could be also used as storefront. It is just a very easy way for you to get the image from somebody's phone, that photo, and get it on your laptop or your computer without having to go through the typical email or texting. By doing it this way, you can do it quickly, and you're guaranteed to get the full resolution version. So often, if you email or text, you get a watered down version. It's not going to do near as well as the real thing. That's really cool. Great.
And
Great
it worked,
job.
Wow.
and it worked this time too.
Great job.
Isn't that nice? Okay, so this one's hot. I don't know why none of the other ones.
So
have been
that's
hot.
the outdoor metal, which the folks at Universal Woods, they would, in their language, they would tend to say it's really got a guaranteed life of, say, 3 years. A photograph, when it starts fading, usually typical inks, you'll have a magenta fade first. That means you'll have a cyan tint to a photograph. With graphics, as it fades, you often don't even realize it has faded some because you can't quite remember what it used to look like. So graphics really have a much longer apparent life, depending on your ambient temperature, your direct sunlight, whether you've got say a southern facing exposure. You're certainly 3 years, potentially getting into the 5 years for graphics. So this metal has really held up quite well in our test. Mounting holes and all, we've got parking signs, lots of fun products. I think everybody ought to try to talk a business into putting up a fun parking sign. You've seen the signs where, park here for pickup or whatever. Put something entertaining up there. Get everybody talking about what they see at so-and-so.
Well, thanks for stopping by, Finch.
Yeah.
You're a little too tall. I'm going to have to get you a chair so you can sit down with your dad. I think you guys are about the same height, right?
Yeah, that's the same. That's the same. But glad to be
So
on the
I
show.
told him beginning the broadcast that I talked to Barron, and he wanted to come by for a cameo appearance. And Sprite instantly said, well, how in the world do we get him on the
You're
table?
going to have to back up the cameras.
So we need to,
Right?
we
We're
need
going to
to
have to go
figure
like
out
some
a
kind
way
of pulley
to,
system.
got it. All right.
All right, guys. So
Well, Finch, break time is over.
Break time's over.
Get back to work.
I'm going
Let's
back
go.
to
get
work.
back to work. Maybe you can come to our live on Sunday, next Sunday. We'll
I'll
see.
be
We'll
there.
see. All right, guys. So I'm done. So I've picked some winners from both platforms. What's the part number to the kiosk? Do you know? I know that
I don't know.
they dropped
And
it.
what I would do is call in and let's talk about the kiosk a little bit before you spend your money, to just make sure you understand. So the kiosk doesn't really print. All it does is provide a way to connect a mobile device through Wi-Fi to your laptop, and then we provide a little web uploader that is on your laptop that allows somebody to hit the web uploader on their phone, upload the photo to your laptop. You'll have it in blink of an eye. You would then open it, size it, possibly put it in a template. You could do all sorts of high value things to get more money for the product, like you're in an event, put it in some sort of design template for, you know, that event. So there's all sorts of exciting things you can do, but the best part is that you can do things very quickly to get them to buy, you know, just minimal hassle. And if it's a person that's not super savvy with their phone, then you just say, may I help do it for them, you know. So you connect to the Wi-Fi network that we've set up, you go to the web page, you upload it, they have it, you disconnect from the Wi-Fi. You don't need internet access because it's a peer-to-peer situation. They're not really needing to surf. All they need to do is just make that connection, hit the web server that's on your laptop, upload, you got it.
It's pretty cool. And thank you, Lisa and Tony, for telling us the part number to the kiosk, which is KSW728. I appreciate that, guys, on the spot. And where do we get the fat lint roller? I think the dollar store or
Does
something.
anyone that's viewing, do they use the kiosk? Again, it's one of those kinds of things where you know, it's people that have to travel. They go to all these fairs, events. They set up. And so it's really God sent for them to have it. But outside of just a few people where it's an absolute necessity, you know, and I believe everybody should start going mobile. I mean, you know, for how much money can you buy an SG800 and say a JP14, you know, and stuff? You're under $1,200, and you go to a couple of events, you know, 2 or 3, you've paid for all that.
Thank you, Jerry. I had my spring theme, so that's all the colors are kind of green and blues. Julie asked me about, well, Julie, you can print on the back of all the metal. So all the metal you can do just like this because metal is a good conductor of heat. And it, you know, it's as long as it's coated on both sides, so which in all the unisub metal is, even though it may say one-sided, it's
got a little bit of a coating on the other side.
Here, now that it's cool, let me actually show you guys. I switched to my graphics screen. Let me transfer back. Okay.
And we need to do the guest stuff.
I know.
Yeah.
Well, so there's that cute little blueberry design, which I absolutely love, and then I branded it at the same time. So this was a minute and a half, 400 degrees, a minute and a half, medium heavy pressure. So it's really, really cute. I mean, this is like a $40 sign at least. So
Just think, you know, all the people around you, from all the microbreweries and all the stuff that you could get them to sell, the signage that they need in their facility. There's no technology better than sublimation for doing those kinds of things. So really.
Right. Mom is giving suggestions about Mardi Gras. We're right there with you, Mom. Okay. So it's that time where you have a chance to win a blank of everything that I've pressed today, if you can do the magic thing that I asked you to do, which is guess the weight of it. Now I know, so I did the linen garden flag, JDW 766, the exterior sign, U4794, the garden stake, U4768, the waffle towel, SND 315, the seat cushion, SC2533. tell me, how much do you think it weighs? Here's my rules. You can have one guess per person. Only your first guess is going to qualify. One guess per platform, either Facebook or YouTube. Guesses should be expressed in pounds, i.e. 1.2, 3.6, etc. Please don't give me ounces. I'm not good at math. The winning weight will be the first guess closest to, but not over, the combined weight of the products. 2 prizes will be awarded, one on Facebook, one on YouTube. Free shipping in the contiguous U.S. Cannot win twice within 6 months. Go. Tell me, how much do you think it weighs? You could be the winner of all of this beautiful stuff. So, in the interim, while you guys are guessing, I am going to give some more stuff away. Every single week, I ask you to go to our website and go to the products that you are doing and leave me a review. Tell me, what do you feel? How do you feel about the stuff that you are pressing? And I will randomly pick someone and I give them $25 in candy.
And it could be a
cash.
tip of what you did with the product, your selling price, the market that you used it in, the type of artwork. There's lots of information that you can impart and share.
So this week, I have, my winner is Cheryl Niebert. Cheryl reviewed our U7598, which is our large clear gloss cuff bracelet. And she says, love these cuff bracelet blanks. Boy, that's hard to say. Cuff bracelet blanks. I bought 2 large and 2 small to give them a try, and wow, I am impressed at how well they sublimated and the brightness. I will definitely be ordering more and place them on my Etsy store. Thank you, Cheryl. I will be sending you an email next week with, well, I'll be sending your rep an email letting you know how to collect your $25 in Conde cash. In addition to leaving us a product review, we also ask that you show us what you're working on. So not only reviewing the things, but showing us what you're working on. And we do a weekly winner for our gallery contest, and then also we do a quarterly winner. We just did our quarterly winners last week. We gave away $400 for first prize, $200 for second prize, and 2 lucky people got $100 in Conde cash each. This week, we only have a weekly winner, so the winner is only getting $25, but nonetheless, it is still beautiful, and it's this great license tag that Cindy Miles did. So thank you, Cindy, very much. You are the recipient of $25 in Conde cash this week. So guys, you can go, you can enter the contest. Even if you win weekly, you could still win the monthly, because the monthly is a building-wide thing that everyone votes on. So it's very... it's, you know, it's...
And that's big enough where you could read that from a good distance.
Yeah, I like that.
So, nice.
Very, very nice. Okay. All right. So, I've got some artwork to give away. I have 2 winners on each platform, and I have my YouTube winners are going to be Jackie Rose and Margie Mannon. So Jackie Rose and Margie Mannon, please email me, swood@conde.com, so I can send you your art packs. On Facebook, I have 2 winners. That is Pamela Page and Barbie Alvestead. So Pamela Page and Barbie Alvestead, please email me, swood@conde.com, and I will send you your 3 art packs. Okay, so I've given away my art, given away the review, given away the gallery. I've just got 2 more things to give away, and that is my blanks. So I'm waiting.
For the magic number to let you know.
Well, I know what the magic number is. I just need to see who guessed it, because I haven't been looking. So let's see. Here we go. Here we go.
I see so many messages like Mardi Gras colors. Ooh, I love Mardi Gras colors.
That's my mom's.
Okay.
That's my mom's.
As in McDonald, but now you're a Wood.
That's right.
Old McDonald.
Yep. Okay. So I've got my YouTube winner. That's mean. That's really mean. I just caught that. I got my YouTube winner. I need to find my Facebook winner.
I just thought about that. I didn't mean to be mean.
That's okay. It's not mean. It's, you know, kids are
Hey.
Kids are weird.
You know,
so.
I've never been kidded about my last name. You know.
I'm sure that you haven't ever.
Be a total surprise there. You know, again, people in general are nice. At least that's been how things worked out for me.
Okay.
You put a good attitude, and that goes a long ways. You know, doesn't it, guys? You know.
All right. So. That's pretty good. I'm writing with without looking. Okay, so my weight was 2.2 pounds, and I have 2 winners. My winner on YouTube is Maria Taylor. So Maria guessed 2.16 pounds, and my winner on Facebook is Bob and Karen Crittendom. And Bob and Karen guessed 2.16. So my weight was 2.2 pounds. So guys, Pamela Page, Barbie Alvestead, Jackie Rose, Margie Mannon, Maria Taylor, Bob and Karen Crittendom, email me swood@conde.com so I can send you your winnings, or get with your sales rep to send you your winnings. Okay, that's all I have this week.
Well, we thank everybody for being with us, and we hope to see a few of y'all in Long Beach next week, and very quickly in Santa Clara. Please let us know how we can serve you. And again, thank you for being part of our family.
And we'll see you next week from California, guys.
You got it.
Bye.